Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on how to use Device Lock to block access to USB removable storage devices. I'm going to show you how to prevent the use of USB removable storage devices for all but the domain admins group. Note that Device Lock uses a least privileged approach when applying permissions and operates at the 5 layers of device security. These would be the device port, device class, device type, device model, and for certain devices, the device ID. Today we're going to be making our configuration changes inside the Device Lock Enterprise Manager console. Note that our product also supports deploying these settings via group policy. All that's required is the Microsoft Group Policy Management console as well as the Device Lock consoles installed in the same system. We're going to go ahead and open up the scan tool and highlight our Windows 7 machine that we want to configure. We're going to assume we've already installed our service. And now we're going to go into Set Service Settings. From here we're going to create a new policy. We'll check the box and click Edit. The first step is going to be to disable the access control for single function keyboards and mice, otherwise known as HID devices. To do that, we're going to go into Devices and Security Settings, and then we're going to double click twice to set it to disabled. Doing this allows us to lock down the port for other devices, but making sure that keyboards and mice still function. You'll also notice that there's regular and offline policies. When an offline policy is left at not configured, the regular policy will be the default. To lock down the USB storage devices, we're going to now double click to enable our control for USB storage devices and then go to Permissions to allow domain administrators access. Under Permissions, we'll go to USB port, click Set Default. Best practice is to remove administrators and everyone. We leave System for driver access, and then we're going to add domain admins. You'll notice this control also allows day and time control for different users and groups. We'll say OK here. We'll go to Removable and do the same thing. Set Default, remove Administrator and everyone, and add domain admins. Now we've locked down access at the USB removable level to only domain administrators. The next step would be to set a notification message for the end users. We do this in Service Options and USB Firewire Blocked Message. We'll open this, we'll click twice to enable, and then I have a custom message I've set down here on my clipboard. We'll paste in. This message is going to direct the user to run the temporary whitelist applet and control panel. This will allow them to generate a unique code to request access from their administrator. We'll say OK. And then finally, we're going to go down to the auditing and shadowing to allow auditing of activity on the USB port and removable devices. We're going to audit only denied attempts and set default. And we'll do the same thing for removable. Audit denied, set default. Once these settings have been made, we can now close this window and push this policy to our Windows 7 machine. We'll say OK. We'll select the machine. We'll make sure Set Service Settings is checked and click Scan. You'll see that it comes back saying the service settings have been changed, and now we can go to our Windows 7 endpoint. On the endpoint, we're going to select the computer and we're going to mount our removable storage device to it. You'll see it pop up on the desktop. If we click Open Folder, we're going to get an error, and then you'll see the message out of the system tray notifying the user to use the control panel applet. This concludes our demonstration of locking down USB and removable devices using Device Lock's DLP suite. For more information, please visit us at www.devicelock.com. Thank you.